Anyway, there's been a flurry of rumors on the Superman v Batman. I want to say versus, even though it's V technically, Batman movie. Would you care to enlighten us on it, Jonathan? Some of the rumors and speculation on Batman v or Superman v Batman.
Certainly. Now, this movie's not coming out till like what, the end of next year.
Yeah,
But there's basically enough footage out there in the form of teasers and trailers to piece together the entire movie, and a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about the plot, which is still being held quite close to the vest by Warner Brothers and the director and the producers. But there have been several interesting theories that have come out of it, with the most recent trailers showing pictures of the Robin suit and the Batcave and different aspects of the story and how they'll play out. So a couple interesting theories, and one of the interesting theories has to do with the fact that Christopher Nolan is an executive producer on this movie. And the main crux of this theory is that Superman v Batman is actually the fifth movie in the Christopher
Isn't it Batman
Nolan
v
Dark
Superman
Knight universe, and that would it's Batman v Superman is the name of the movie.
Okay,
it's Batman versus Superman, but it's Batman v
Dawn
Superman
of Justice.
V as in Roman numeral 5.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Dawn of Justice. Now, think about it. You had Batman Begins, Batman the Dark Knight, Batman Rises. What comes like Dark Knight, Dawn, Dawn of Justice. But anyway, I'll just read real quick from the theory itself, and I'll let you guys. We'll kind of talk about.
Wait, real quick. Did you say it was number?
In the trailer.
Did you say it was number 5 of Batman?
Let me explain it to you. It was Batman Begins. It was The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. Man of Steel was the 4th movie.
Oh, okay.
And then Batman v Superman is going to be the 5th movie. In the same universe that Christopher Nolan set up for Batman. So Man of Steel actually happened on the timeline of between The Dark Knight Rises and Batman v Superman. So if that's the case, I don't know why Superman didn't come save everybody in Gotham when Bane attacked. But anyway,
what a dick, right?
So
fuck all those football players.
This is the theory. So what's up?
Nothing. What's up with you?
Fuck all the football players?
Yeah, like cause the scene where he blows up the football stadium.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I'm gonna read.
Yeah,
I'm gonna read this straight from this website.
Justice.
I can hear you.
Justice.
Okay. Batman versus Superman.
No, do it all in Batman voice. Do it all in Batman voice. That will come out
March 25th, 2016. Is actually a continuation. No, fuck off.
He just got that.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'll do it in a Batman voice as long as Donovan mutes his fucking microphone so I can get through this.
No.
All right.
You should do it in a Christopher Walken voice.
Not only is it a continuation of those movies. Okay, here's the main thing about this. Let me just get this out, please.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So not only is it a continuation of those movies, but Ben Affleck isn't really Batman. He is the DC Comics character known as Deathstroke pretending to be Batman. Also, the Joker isn't actually Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character from The Dark Knight Rises, John Blake. That's who the Joker actually is. After a brief stint as Robin and a battle with Heath Ledger, the Heath Ledger version of the Joker. So the basis of this fact seems to be that Christopher Nolan was the producer on both Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and the rest of it's strung together by clues in the trailer. And some of the evidence is seen in the trailer as narratives about how the Nolan-verse movies extends to the new Warner Brothers lineup. So the end of The Dark Knight Rises, many people said that Nolan lost time developing Robin in The Dark Knight Rises, despite ending the film with his character in an important role. Ending the series in a cliffhanger suggests that John Blake takes up the Batman cowl wasn't enough. They gave they gave him the middle name Robin, but the whole ending was a long con game by Nolan. So basically, John Blake's name, it starts with J-O and ends with K-E, as in joke. So together it makes the word joke. And in the Batman v Superman trailer, you see a defaced Robin suit that, you know, has been spray painted on "haha, jokes on you, Batman." Now in that suit, there's actually a couple bullet holes that match up.
I wanted to talk about this.
that match up with scars that are on the new Joker, as played by Jared Leto. And also Jared Leto has a tattoo on his left cheek that is a J that might stand for John Blake.
It also has on his right bicep a wing, which people presume is a Robin.
A what?
A wing. There's like part of a wing on the right bicep.
Wait, a J? You said J on his face?
Yeah, just like in the video game.
Yeah, the video.
Letter, yeah.
But
the letter J on
wasn't that
face.
Jason Todd who had that on him?
Jason Todd, which is what me and Jonathan are kind of hinting at, is we don't think it's Jason Todd. We think it's Jason Levitt's character.
Yeah.
We just think it's a different type of Jason Todd. Like basically the character,
or it could be previously Robin, though. I think that's the main thing. Is that
In the comic books, Jason Todd was originally the second Robin, and he got murdered through a vote by fans to be killed. And Joker kills him with a what is it, Jonathan? A fucking thing that pries open doors that they use in Home Alone. Oh my god,
Crowbar.
I can't think of it. Crowbar. Yeah, so he kills him with a crowbar, and then
crowbar?
Crowbar. So he gets killed with the crowbar, I think, and then ends up coming back later as the Red Hood. But there are other Robins in other TV shows and things like that, and in Frank Miller's comic book, which actually come back as a Joker type character.
Yeah, that's basically the idea through this. But one of the main things is that Ben Affleck is not actually playing Bruce Wayne. He'll be playing Deathstroke, as Deathstroke in the comic books has dressed up as Batman and played Batman's role before. So
why do they
actually
presume Deathstroke and not Azrael?
Christian Bale is still Bruce Wayne, because the Bruce Wayne or the Batman. The stills from the trailer of Ben Affleck's Batman up heavily with the comic books featuring Deathstroke as Batman. So there's a lot of just visual correlation there, Deathstroke's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman. There's also some things in the trailer like that comic book cover with Deathstroke as Batman has a question mark on it, and there's a question mark on one of the pillars. Looks like a Riddler symbol in the teaser, and also it looks like man is going to be carrying a weapon in this movie, and Deathstroke carried a sword in the comic books. So there's other timelines and things like that this guy speculates about how it could possibly line up to make it work. So the main problems I have with this theory is, and it goes into a lot of detail, and the guy that came up with his name is
Sexy Satan.
I'll get it in a second, but one of the main problems I have with this, the new Joker, if this is the same universe, and I don't know if this is true in the comics or in multiple Jokers in the comic books, or is it always just been the one Joker? That's the fact that it would be hard to sell this to a movie studio who's going to predicate making $100+ million budget movie based on well-known characters who turn out to be plot twists, not the characters that these people think they're going to watch. I don't think a studio would bet on such a huge project and not totally play off the fact that, you know, people won't be able to handle this if it's not Bruce Wayne. People won't understand if this is
well.
really
Then you
Alfred.
have to. then you have to look at another aspect. I'm sorry, Jesus, but you have to look at another aspect. Then you also have to understand that they're also competing with Marvel. Marvel, which has the Avengers and 50,000 different series, such as the TV show, and every single different movie that comes out with. Right now, they're rushing to put out their own, the DC's
version of the multiverse of the cinematic universe.
Yeah, thank you.
So I understand that. So in order to make this whole thing coalesce all the way back to Batman Begins, this new Joker would have to play into that universe somehow. So Heath Ledger's Joker and this Joker would coexist in the same universe. And I totally understand that. They think that the right way to go is, instead of rebooting Batman and the Joker in movies like Superman v Batman and Suicide Squad, would be just to reinvent those characters and make them work in that same universe. But the problem is that Marvel has been planning this whole cinematic universe for the past 15 years, and there's one person, Kevin Feige, who's basically been driving this whole thing and making sure that every property that relates to the MCU intertwines properly and has its proper place and affects things and has a cause and effect relationship. Whereas the last 3 Batman movies, the Superman movie, and all these other movies have different directors and different studio heads and different, it doesn't seem like it's as much of a
what, you don't think DC?
Well, the start of the
really hard.
I was gonna
like
say
that.
Well, they've already started with because Superman, Man of Steel was that Rob Schneider dude, and he's doing Batman v Superman. Here's my problem with that theory, though. If it does take place in the Christopher...
Did you say Rob Schneider?
Yeah, that's what I was like. You saw my facial expression. Like, yeah, you said Rob Schneider.
No.
You mean Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I said Zack. Did I say Rob
Schneider? No, you said Rob Schneider.
Sorry.
No,
Zack
what?
Snyder. Zack Schneider. Sorry, I was just thinking Rob Schneider is more famous than him, I guess.
God,
I think Rob Schneider
would be a terrible fucking
Superman
movie. I met him, actually. He's
now an animal
He's a pretty
or
nice
something.
guy.
Batman actually thinks he's a bat.
No. My problem, if it takes place in the I just lost my. If it takes place in the Nolan universe, my only problem is wouldn't the people be like, "Hey, Batman's back," and wait a minute, isn't there a new head of Wayne Enterprises, and wasn't that Bruce Wayne, Batman, and those are the same gadget? Like, wouldn't they be able to put 2 and 2 together and be like, hey,
we haven't seen if this Bruce Wayne character is actually the head of Bruce Wayne yet.
Yeah, it actually plays into that, Sean, because
we do see him.
We know that
him running
to
Bruce
Wayne.
Yeah, but it doesn't say that he's in charge of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it doesn't. That's the thing. They never call him Bruce Wayne in any of the trailers. They don't. They refer to him as being Batman, but he's never referred to as Bruce Wayne. And one of the biggest, craziest things about this theory is that there's going to be a twist at the end where, what's his name? Christian Bale has actually been alive this whole time. He's running Wayne Enterprises still from the background, and he's still involved with Wayne Enterprises, but he's actually teamed up with Lex Luthor, actually fighting Lex Luthor, because Lex Luthor in this series captured Superman, used General Zod's DNA to create a Bizarro Superman, and Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale, shows up at the end of the movie to fight Bizarro Superman with Aquaman and Wonder Woman to save Deathstroke.
That's a huge rumor, because I've heard other rumors.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's one of those things where, like, if Christian Bale, which they offered $50 million to be in this movie, by the way, because they really want to keep, like you said, they really wanted to keep this universe cohesive, right? So they offered him $50 million just so they didn't have to change the character. But what if he actually did show up at the end of the movie as Batman, and we found out that
we're going to go on another subject here.
Actually takes up the mantle.
We're going to go on a different subject then. That is another very good point. Is Aquaman, Flash, Wonder Woman, which we see in the trailer, Batman, Superman, all those characters make an appearance in this universe. Now, in the trailer, we see
Right.
Wonder Woman get hit by something, and she gets knocked back. Now, that could be two things. One, that Batman created some really powerful suit, like he did in the Frank Miller comic, which was kryptonite and robotic, just like in the trailer. That Superman, for some reason, knocked her back, or that there's a new evil, which in the IMDb thing says that there's this new thing. So they have General Zod, and they show him zipping him up. So we know that General Zod isn't, or the actor, I can't think of his name right now, but the actor did not just get hired on to be zipped up or unzipped in a fucking death bag for like 5 seconds. Then there's a scene where Lex Luthor is looking at this like green glowy shit. It's almost like a brain or something, or a hologram of one.
They also could have filmed that, you know.
They also could have filmed that, Donovan.
No, that was not me. That was Jonathan.
I know. I was making a joke.
Oh.
They also could have filmed it, just so you know.
They could have filmed it. You'd never know.
What was me?
You went out there. You said they could have filmed it, and that's where you cut off. Well, this is the series. If you guys can see on my camera, this is the series I want them to continue right here. This is the Batman I want to see. This one especially. I never got a sequel to Batman and Robin.
God, they needed to fix that. But no. What I was saying is like, yeah, he's looking at this green thing.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of theories. One is that Doomsday, because the actor who plays General Zod says he has some type of webbed hands, which is weird. That would imply some type of Aquaman shit or something. I don't understand. But
What?
you know, yeah, no, I mean the
Hands
actor's
weird. What are you talking about?
He said webbed hands. The actor that plays General Zod that says that in the film he has some type of webbed hands. Hands.
You're breaking. Yeah.
Am I breaking up, Sean?
No, I can hear you clearly.
I can't hear a fucking word you're saying. No, that was a lie. He was fucking with a reporter.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I did not know that. Well, another thing
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Another thing was that Wonder Woman says that she cuts off a hand and it grows back. Is that a rumor?
I think it might be likely just because there's no Doomsday, that they created a Bizarro Superman using General Zod's DNA.
I could actually go with that. I was actually thinking more. Yeah.
That thing that knocked Wonder Woman back could very likely be an I-beam from Bizarro.
Yeah, there's several I-beam shots. One where that tries to hit Batman, which we know that Superman would not shoot Batman with his I-beam. But a big thing is that I think that they might have just recreated General Zod. I think that he might be the villain in the second or this one. You know,
maybe clone him or something.
Clone him, create him into a super General Zod. I don't know, but something. I think it would be stupid if they went that route, but I'm just saying that that's something I'm looking at, because I don't think, like they said that the Wonder Woman cuts off a hand and it comes back with bony shit coming out of it, which would be reference to Doomsday, but at the same time, General Zod using his DNA, whatnot, because Doomsday was originally created by an alien in Krypton that basically took a baby, threw it out in there, and was like, "Good luck with that," and then it dies. Clones that shit, throws it back out there, is like, "Good luck with that," and it continues dying, but slowly evolves over time to become stronger and better, and slowly becomes fucking Doomsday. Yeah. So a reimagining of Doomsday, not a bad idea, using the DNA from a Kryptonian and whatnot. I like that idea. Yeah, and it would be the ultimate bad guy that could top General Zod.
I would I would think that it would probably, if Doomsday comes into it, it will be right at the end, and it will segue into the Justice League movie.
Yes.
Like he will be
Yes.
the main threat for the Justice League movie. I will say this: out of all, if everything that's been presented in the trailer so far has been meant to be straightforward and not like it's not hiding anything, like Ben Affleck is Batman, is Bruce Wayne, Jeremy Irons is Alfred. They're all just the same characters, but the same universe, same characters, but different actors. Then I'm gonna hate this fucking movie. I think this movie is gonna be shitty because I don't understand. I don't understand why Mark Zuckerberg is like Luthor. I don't understand why Superman is fighting Batman when he could just rip his fucking head off. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm not interested at all. But if it turns out at the end of this movie that Ben Affleck is not Bruce Wayne, that Bruce Wayne is fighting Bizarro and Lex Luthor behind the scenes, gathering the Justice League, and at the end it turns out that Ben Affleck is actually Deathstroke and turns into a different character, and there's this huge plot twist with the Bizarro Superman and all this shit, I'm gonna think this is the best fucking movie ever.